Hi children, today I thought that I would show you some of the lovely flowers that I found in my garden. So as it's spring, all the flowers are starting to grow. There are buds everywhere, some of the flowers are in full bloom. So look, here's what I have found. I think you all know what this one is, don't you? Yep, a daffodil. Here I have two types of bluebells. They're absolutely beautiful. You can just see the bell shape just here. And then this is also a type of bluebell as well, but a very different shape. We have also got, this one is called a forget-me-not. Very different shape, different leaves, different colour blue. And then these also were growing on my grass, and these are primroses. Look at those lovely vibrant colours there. This one with the purpley red and a yellow middle. And this one has got a pale yellow outside and a bright yellow in the middle. Now I've also wanted to show you, because it's been so nice to see all these things blooming because we've all had to stay inside, are these roses that I was given as a present. Aren't they beautiful? And you can see here, these are the buds. These are the buds here. They've not quite opened yet, but some of them have. Here are the flowers. And then this plant as well. Now, this one is called a eustoma. And it's a beautiful purple with lots of big green leaves. Now, what I thought would be nice is if I show you how to mix some of the colours for these flowers, I thought perhaps you could try at home to create them, or some of the flowers that you've got in your garden. And I would love, once you've done them, if you could take a picture of them on mum's phone or dad's iPad or whatever you've got, ask one of your parents, and if you can then send it to my email address, because I'd love to see what you've been up to. So what we will start with first is mixing colours. Now, if you had a flower, for example, that was yellow, you wouldn't need to mix it. You'd find that colour. You'd have lots of yellow paint. Blue is also another colour that doesn't need to be mixed, and so is red. And they are called the primary colours. So that's three of them: red, blue, and yellow. However, if we wanted to start mixing some colours for, say, they're called bluebells, but if you look very closely, they have a purple colour to them. Now, does anybody know what colours we need to make purple? Anybody know? If you said red and blue, well done, you were right. So what I'm going to do here, I have got some blue paint and I've got some red, but I'm also going to add a little bit of white. Now, I wonder why I need to add white to it. Should we find out? Right, here we go. So I've got my little bit of reddy pink paint. I've also got some blue, just a little bit of blue. And I've got my paintbrush. Right, here we go. Let's see what's going to happen. Can you see it changing? Wow, look at that beautiful colour that you have there. Look at that. So there we have the purple. Now, if I was to add a little bit of white to that, I'm going to put a little bit of white separately. Now, let's see. I'm going to put it there. We've got the white. what's going to happen? What's happening to that? It's lighter. So you have a light purple and a dark purple. So then when you come to use the paper, you will see the difference. Now, what I wanted to say to you, I expect you've all been doing lots of drawing. If you're starting to run short, you can start to cut up cereal boxes, which is what I've done here. And then you have lovely strong card that you can create on. So you have to ask a grown-up to help you, is to cut along the edges, and then you'll be able to turn it out, and on the inside it's nice and plain and you can create on that. So we've done the purple for our bluebells. What about the roses? What colour are the roses? That's right, pink. Now, does anybody know what 2 colours we need to make pink? Yes, we need red and we need white. So I have here some red paint and I have some white. So you're going to help me. Here we go. Right, I've got another tray, another plate. Let's put a little bit of red on there like that. Let's get a little bit of white. Now, if you want a very light pink, we have more white. If you want sort of like a raspberry pink, then you have just a little bit of white. So there we go. That's how much I've used. Right, let's do it together. Here we go. Let's see. Mrs Ainsley might need a little bit more white to go on here. Let's see. No, I don't think so. That's a nice colour. That's a nice colour. Yep, I like that. There. So we have the pink and we have the purple. And we can start to create some of these flowers. So I'm going to take one of the pieces of card that I've cut out from my cereal box. Now, I'm going to use a little paintbrush for mine. And I'm going to create the bluebells. So the bluebells have the long green stem, first of all. So you could mix your media, which means you could use crayons, paint, pastels, pencils, felt pens. So Mrs Ainsley's been doing a lot of tidying up whilst we've been at home, and I found this amazing box that we've had hidden away with crayons, pencils, pastels, and I'd forgotten all about it. So my children have been very happy about that. So I'm going to use a green pastel. Looks a bit like a crayon, but when you feel it, it's a little bit more oily. So I'm going to do a long stem, and with the pastels, which is really nice, you can use your finger to blend it. So I've done a long green stem there. Do another little bit like that, all the way to the top. There we go. Now I'm going to create with that paintbrush those little bells. So here we go. Now, some of you that are in my class will know that I often say, nothing is ever wrong when you do art. It's how you see it and how you want to do it. So you never get it wrong. You just have an idea and you experiment. So don't worry if it doesn't look like mine. I don't want it to look like mine. I want it to be yours. So I'm going to do all those little bells all the way down like that. And then just at the top, I've got like a little, and you can use the end of the brush as well. Look, creates just a different pattern. There we go. So here are my bluebells. But I'm sure that you have got in your garden a big variety of flowers, trees, plants. Why don't you have a go at creating something natural that you can find in your garden, or something that's growing, a plant in your house? And don't forget to think about the colours that you're mixing. And don't forget, white is brilliant because it makes a colour lighter. So you could be doing all shades of green. When you look out of your window, there's all different colours of green, aren't there? So you can have a go at putting a little bit of white, putting it onto the paper, and then seeing what shades you can make. I would really, really love to see what you create. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.